In this video, I will show you the top 5 AI tools for developers that can increase your productivity. Hey guys, my name is Eusebio and I've been a software developer for 6 years already. Lately, I've been thinking about how to work less while still delivering a good quality and quantity of code. If you're anything like me, you want to automate everything, even the smallest tasks. For example, a few days ago, I created a batch script using AI to open a project, launch Docker Desktop, and compile everything I needed, all from a single script. And the best part, everything was generated by AI. But too much talk, let's jump to the first tool from this list. Codium, it's a free and amazing AI extension that supports many helpful and cool features including auto-completion, debugging, generating doc strings, and code explanatory. Codium, it's super flexible and supports more than 70 different programming languages. You can use it either on extensions in multiple IDEs or directly on browser. Codium also recently released Codium Chat, which allows you to chat with a bot similar to ChatGPT. To begin, you will need to create a Codium account on Codium.com. Then you can install Codium as an extension in your IDE of choice and authorize your account. Make sure that you have clicked its icon on the left sidebar because you will need this to see any output from Codium. Once you have some code, text options will appear above your function. If you click explain, it will give you an in-depth explanation of how your code works and what it does. If you click on generate docstring, it will generate a docstring. If you click refactor, a drop down will appear and you can click any of the items to perform a specific task. For example, here I refactor my function so that type annotations are added. Codium will create this new code. I can click copy code to paste it into my file. I mean, how helpful is that? You can save your time and effort for free. Even with all those features, Codium is still very easy to use and navigate. The next tool that I will talk about is perfect for developers out there who value the code privacy. Tab9, it's a free, powerful AI assistant. The extension features empty line, whole lines, and full functions code completion. However, unlike some other AI tools, Tab9 does not use user code to train the public model. This means that all your code is kept confidential within Tab9 and will not be used outside of your programming without your permission. Tab9 can be installed and like any other VS Code extensions. Once it has finished installation, just click on the Tab9 icon on the left sidebar and you can start your coding. Just like other AI tools, you can click Tab to accept a suggestion or keep trying to ignore it. Tab9 also gives you the option to either run your code on your personal laptop, on a server in your firewall, or in the cloud. This is called the model serving model, which basically means that you can change exactly where your suggestions come from. This can be done in a Tab9 hub under settings. If you prefer the convenience and simplicity of coding in a browser, Replit is definitely something you should look into. Replit, it's a collaborative browser-based IDE, so you can use this with no IDE or installation required. Replit's Ghostwriter, it's an AI pair programmer that can perform just as well as any other IDEs-based AI tools. It has 4 main functions: complete, explain, transform, and generate code in Replit. To get started with Ghostwriter, visit replit.com and sign up or log in into your Replit account. To use Ghostwriter, you will need a Replit Pro subscription. Currently, Replit offers a 7-day free trial, and after this end, it will be $20 per month. Once you have begun your subscription, press the blue button, Create REPL button to start coding. You can either import code from GitHub or create a REPL or files from scratch. On the left hand is where your code will be, and on the right is your console and other tools. Similar to other tools previously mentioned, you can click Tab to accept suggestion or keep typing if you want to ignore the suggestion. As you can see, with just a definition of a function, Ghostwriter will do all the rest, and just with a comment I can generate test cases for my function. Ghostwriter even adds a comment for the expected output. I can press run to run my code and the correct result can be seen in the console. You can also directly chat with Ghostwriter by clicking Ghostwriter under the tools in the bottom left. Just input any question, which can be general or specific to your code, and Ghostwriter will answer. Next up, we have the most popular and fastest growing AI tool. You guessed it, it's ChatGPT. For those who don't know, ChatGPT is a chatbot developed by Generative AI that can pretty much solve any problem. And yeah, that includes coding. It can transform comments to code, debug errors, and answer your most curious programming questions. At the beginning of this video, I told you about the script that I generated, and I'm running it in the morning when I begin the work. That one was generated with the help of ChatGPT, and maybe it's not a big deal, but it saves me up to 5 minutes every day. So yeah, ChatGPT is one of the simplest AI tools to use. To get started, all you need to do is visit chat.openai.com and sign up or log in your existing OpenAI account. No subscription or IDs are necessary. Once you have logged in, you can start chatting away in the text box at the bottom of the screen. When you send a message, the bot will immediately give a response. You can click Stop Generative above the text box to cancel the bot's response. Otherwise, you can click Generate Response to repeat an explanation. What I love about ChatGPT is how in-depth its responses are. The chatbot gives a text and a functional code to answer any question asked. You can always give follow-up questions in case you still don't understand. This AI feels so real that I often forgot that I'm talking with a bot and not a real-life person. ChatGPT is simple, fun, and super helpful, and great options for many developers. The last tool that we're gonna talk about is GitHub Copilot. It is a powerful AI tool developed by GitHub and OpenAI that does most of the coding for you. This auto-completion tool gives you great suggestions while you code. All you have to do is start typing, and Copilot will show you the suggestions code so you can accept or decline. How simple is that? Copilot can make writing code much more productive, easier, and more successful. This extension is super flexible. It supports many languages including Python, JavaScript, and C++, and IDEs like VS Code or IntelliJ. Copilot mostly pulls its code directly from GitHub repository, so the more code Copilot has, the better it will perform. This tool is also a daily driver for me that helps me a lot with the suggestions, and I'm happily paying for the subscription. There are a few things that you will need before installing Copilot. First, you will need a GitHub account with the Copilot subscription. All you need to do is create or log in into your GitHub account. Click Settings, then Copilot on the left sidebar, and complete the steps shown. Copilot is free to use for verified students and teachers, and start at just $10 a month for other developers, along with 30 days free trial. Once you've started your subscription, open your IDE of choice to actually install the Copilot extension. For the purpose of this video, all tools will be inside Visual Studio Code. On VS Code, all you have to do is go to Extensions tab, search for Copilot, and click Install. At this point, VS Code will ask for permissions to sign into your GitHub account. Once you sign in, you're good to go. We're gonna start with a blank Python file. If you start typing, you can see that Copilot immediately makes suggestions as shown by the grayed out text. To accept the suggestion, just press Tab and Copilot will automatically apply the suggestions, whatever that will be comments or code. To see the alternative suggestions, just hover over the gray text and a bar will show. You can change, accept, and reject the suggestions either manually or with the keyboard shortcut. To activate or deactivate Copilot, simply click on the icon in the bottom right. Copilot is easy to use and can help us a lot. In a study of 95 developers, the researchers found that those who used Copilot took around 1 hour to complete the task, while those who did not use Copilot took around 3 hours to complete the same task. If you want to know more about Copilot, check out this video that I made on its most recent release, Copilot X. Here I'm talking about all the new features that will be inside Copilot, like voice to code, but for the full list, check out this video.